Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a crucial topic, the silent signs of artery blockages you can't ignore. You know, as a doctor, I see this all the time. People come in with serious heart problems and they had no idea anything was wrong. We're going to talk about some of the subtle signs that something might be off with your heart. These are the signs that you might not even think twice about, but could be early warnings of a bigger issue. So, if you're ready to become your own health advocate and learn how to live a longer, healthier life, stick around. Let's talk about chest pain. Now, I know what you're thinking. Chest pain equals heart attack, right? Well, not always. Sometimes it's just indigestion, but sometimes it's your body screaming at you to pay attention. When it comes to your heart, it's always better to be safe than sorry. So what kind of chest pain should you be worried about? Imagine a feeling of tightness, pressure, or squeezing in your chest. It might feel like an elephant is sitting on your chest, or a really bad case of heartburn. This pain can also radiate to your arms, back, neck, jaw, or even your stomach. Now, this pain can be triggered by physical activity or emotional stress. Think about it like this. Your heart is a muscle, and just like any muscle, it needs a good supply of blood and oxygen to function properly. When your arteries are clogged, your heart doesn't get the oxygen it needs, especially during times of increased demand. This can lead to that chest pain or discomfort. Now, if you experience this type of chest pain, it's crucial that you don't ignore it. Talk to your doctor right away. Remember, early detection is key when it comes to heart health. Let's talk about another silent sign of artery blockage that often gets overlooked: shortness of breath. You see, your heart and lungs work together as a team. When your heart isn't pumping efficiently due to blocked arteries, it can't keep up with the demands of your body. This can lead to a buildup of fluid in your lungs, making it harder to breathe. Now, shortness of breath can manifest in different ways. You might find yourself gasping for air after simple activities like climbing a flight of stairs or walking short distances. Maybe you're noticing that you can't hold your breath for as long as you used to, or you're feeling winded more easily. These are all red flags that something might be off. Now, shortness of breath can be caused by a variety of factors, not just heart problems. But if you're experiencing it along with other symptoms like chest pain or fatigue, it's crucial to get it checked out. Remember, your body is constantly sending you signals. Let's talk about fatigue. And no, I'm not talking about the kind of tiredness you feel after a long day at work or a sleepless night. I'm talking about a persistent, unexplained exhaustion that just doesn't seem to go away even after a good night's sleep. This kind of fatigue can be a sign that your heart is working overtime, struggling to pump blood through narrowed or blocked arteries. It's like trying to run a marathon with your shoelaces tied together. You might start off okay, but eventually you're going to get really tired, really fast. Now, fatigue can be a tricky symptom because it's so general. But if you're experiencing fatigue along with other symptoms like chest pain, shortness of breath, or leg pain, it's important to see your doctor. Remember, listening to your body and addressing these early warning signs can make all the difference. Let's talk about leg pain or cramps, especially the kind that comes and goes, often during physical activity. Now, you might think it's just a muscle pull or that you're getting older, but what if I told you it could be a sign of something more serious, like blocked arteries in your legs? You see, just like the arteries that supply blood to your heart, the arteries in your legs can also become narrowed or blocked. This condition is called peripheral artery disease, or PAD. When your leg muscles don't get enough blood flow, they can cramp up, causing pain. This pain is often described as a cramping, aching, or tired feeling in your legs, and it usually shows up during exercise or walking and goes away with rest. But if you're experiencing leg pain that's persistent, severe, or interferes with your daily activities, don't ignore it. Talk to your doctor. Let's talk about nausea. Now, I know what you're thinking. Nausea, really? How can that be connected to heart health? Well, you see, nausea, especially when accompanied by other symptoms like chest pain, shortness of breath, or indigestion, can actually be a sign of a heart attack. It's not as common as chest pain, but it's a symptom you definitely don't want to ignore. Why does this happen? Well, during a heart attack, blood flow to the heart is disrupted, and this can trigger the release of certain chemicals that can upset your stomach, leading to nausea and even vomiting. Now, I know it can be difficult to distinguish nausea caused by a heart problem from, say, a stomach bug, but if you're experiencing sudden, unexplained nausea, especially along with other heart attack symptoms, don't hesitate to call 911. It's always better to err on the side of caution when it comes to your heart. Let's talk about heart palpitations. You know that feeling like your heart is racing, fluttering, or skipping a beat? It can be a little unnerving, to say the least. Now, most of the time, heart palpitations are harmless, caused by things like stress, caffeine, or dehydration. But sometimes, they can be a sign of a more serious underlying condition like blocked arteries. You see, when your arteries are narrowed or blocked, your heart has to work harder to pump blood throughout your body. This extra workload can put stress on your heart, leading to those irregular heartbeats we call palpitations. If you experience heart palpitations that are persistent, worsen over time, or are accompanied by other symptoms like chest pain, shortness of breath, or dizziness, it's important to see your doctor. They can determine the cause of your palpitations and recommend the best course of treatment. Let's talk about high blood pressure, often called the silent killer. Why silent? Because it often doesn't have any obvious symptoms, yet it's a major risk factor for heart attacks, strokes, and other serious health problems. You see, high blood pressure means your blood is pushing against the walls of your arteries with too much force, and over time, this constant pressure can damage your arteries, making them more likely to develop blockages. Think of it like this. Imagine a garden hose with too much water pressure. Eventually, that hose is going to start to wear down, and in the case of your arteries, that wear and tear can have serious consequences. Now, the tricky thing about high blood pressure is that you often won't know you have it until it's too late. That's why it's so important to get your blood pressure checked regularly, especially if you have any risk factors like family history, obesity, or a sedentary lifestyle. Let's talk about edema, which is basically swelling that happens when your body retains too much fluid. Now, edema can affect any part of your body, but it's most common in the legs, ankles, and feet. And you know what? It can be a sign of heart trouble. You see, when your heart isn't pumping efficiently, it can cause a buildup of pressure in your veins, and this pressure can force fluid out of your blood vessels and into the surrounding tissues, leading to swelling. It's like a traffic jam in your veins, causing a backup of fluid. Now, edema itself isn't necessarily a cause for alarm. It can be caused by a variety of factors like standing for long periods, pregnancy, or certain medications. But if you notice persistent swelling in your legs, ankles, or feet, especially if it's accompanied by other symptoms like shortness of breath, fatigue, or chest pain, it's important to get it checked out. Edema can be a sign of heart failure, a serious condition where your heart can't pump blood effectively enough to meet your body's needs. Let's talk about something you might not expect: changes in your skin. Believe it or not, your skin can actually provide clues about your heart health. For example, have you ever noticed your fingers or toes turning blue or pale, especially in cold weather? This is called cyanosis, and it can be a sign of poor circulation, which could be caused by blocked arteries. Or what about cold hands and feet? If your extremities are always cold, even in warm temperatures, it might be a sign that your blood isn't circulating properly, potentially due to narrowed arteries. Another thing to watch out for is slow-healing sores or ulcers, especially on your legs or feet. If you have a sore that just won't heal, it could be a sign of poor circulation, which again can be a symptom of blocked arteries. Now, I know it might seem strange to think of your skin as a window into your heart health, but your skin is your body's largest organ, and it's very sensitive to changes in blood flow. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more health tips. Take care of your heart, and see you in the next video.